Hey scholars, it's Mr. Weiss, the WD. Hope everyone is well. I haven't seen you in so long. I miss you guys badly. I wanted to give a little video introduction for this week's assignment. As we now are in the extended departure from school here, the extended closure, we're going to move a little bit away this week from textbook work and next, try to do a couple different things that are real practical experiences that really help you with participation in government. Remember, the overall goal of the course is to teach you how the government works and essentially how to make the government work for you. Okay? So therefore, this week what we're going to do is ask you to write to an elected official. Okay? So, in the past, we asked you to list all the elected officials from the town level all the way up to the President of the United States. So what we want you to simply do is think of a topic that's really important to you. All right, or to your family, or to your friends, or to your community. Think of a topic that's really important to you. The letter could be both, it could be either complimentary or bring up some concerns that you have. It's up to you. This is your choice. There's nothing wrong you could do about if you're upset or you're happy. The only thing is, please be polite. No matter what, you could always get your point across without being rude and obnoxious. So therefore, we want you to use your best language, your best prose. All right? So pick a topic that's important to you or your community and write a letter to an elected official, either something that you're glad about or something that you're very concerned about. I'm looking for a detailed letter. Here are the instructions here, but I just want to explain what's going to happen. All right. We also have below a sample letter here that I wrote to Mr. Lopez back in 2011 at the height of the economic recession. And one of the things is you could see here in the preview, it's really good to flush everything left. One of the life skills we want you to be able to have is to write emails and write letters that, get your point across. It's still an important form of communication. So you see here, everything's flush left. And I explained my problem here of when we were really in bad shape, when the district had a $4 million shortfall. All right. And then I explained all these different topics, and I even brought in a quote from Martin Luther King. And the reason why I wrote this is because he said a statement where he said that the schools have to stop relying on Albany so much. So I got a little upset about that because you can't go from giving resources and all of a sudden taking them away. It just doesn't work that well. All right. And he was very good about it. He called me up and he spoke to me, and then we had a good conversation since then. So it was a really good reaction. Also below that are all the different email contacts. Like if you wanted to email contact any one of our elected representatives, except on the town level. We have Chris Tague, which is for the New York State Assembly. You have from the Senate. You also have our senators. You have Antonio Delgado, our congressperson, right? And you even have the White House. If you want to see, you could click here. Now, be sure to be polite, okay? What's most likely going to happen is after you type your email, if you want to send it, I highly recommend you send it. You do not have to send it, but I highly recommend you send it. In the email, your letter, you could simply take your letter and then cut and paste it and pop it into the actual message block, which is usually right here, okay? And believe it or not, they really do write back, and they really like to hear from you. They really do. And they don't like with my union, I could send pre-made letters that they send for me, being a member of the New York State United Teachers. That's fine, and they clock those. But what really makes a difference, if you ask any of these elected officials, is personalized messages, personalized emails. You could even mail it in the mail, use snail mail, which is really effective, believe it or not, because they mean a lot. We've had politicians write us back. We've had students receive letters from members of Congress. We had a student receive a letter back from President Obama. All right. They really do write back. They really do pay attention. Sometimes, not as often, but once you hit them one time and then you hit them again and keep writing them, you become somebody they pay attention to, because that's who they want to hear from. They don't always want to hear from the professionals. They want to hear from the people who elected them to office, their constituents. So the very last box here, the very last attachment here, is actually where we want you to write your letter, where you frame it out. Okay? So what we're going to do is you got to get rid of everything in red and put in your own address, and then write the address of the member of Congress or the member of the Senate or whoever you want. And then this is just to help you. This is more or less a template that you could use. But don't use my address. Don't use my, all right? Use your own address. Don't use my name. Use your own name, all right? And that's the idea here. It's really a simple idea, but it's a very powerful idea that we have in a democracy, being U.S. citizens. If you have questions, feel free to ask, respond to me. Feel free to contact me, email me, or what have you. If you need other ways, just let me know. Otherwise, we hope you're well. Be well. It's a Monday morning, and that's your assignment for this week.